Kazbegi is perhaps the most popular destination from Tbilisi because you can catch a day in both directions on the picturesque military Georgian road and go to the mountains. You can get to Kazbegi by a small bus. It's cheap, not very comfortable, and with no ability to have stops along the way. Therefore, the best option would be to take a taxi or a guide with a car, especially if you travel by a small company of 2 or 4 people. In this case, you will have a great opportunity to arrange an adventure from your trip on the military Georgian road.
Это мы.
You can also rent a car, but believe me, this is not a good idea. So, where to have stops on the military Georgian road? And the first stop is 20 kilometers away from the center of Tbilisi. This is the ancient capital of Georgia, Mtskheta, with famous Jvari temple on the opposite bank of the river. Here, tourists make one of the most recognizable photos from Georgia, near the two rivers, Aragvi and Kura. We were unlucky, the water in one of the rivers was lowered toward floods, so after making a photo with only one of the rivers, we went further. Our next stop was at the Zhinvali reservoir. This large turquoise water reservoir to the right of the road immediately attracts your attention. Along the road there are several places where you can stop and take a photo. There's also the Ananuri fortress on the shore of the Zhinvali water reservoir. You can walk there and take pictures in national clothes.
Уже можно фоткать?
Да. Давай я прыгну.
Ну прыгни.
Это 3, да?
Да, на счет 3.
Давай. Раз, два.
Саблю не потеряй. Да.
The advantage of traveling with a guide by car is that you can stop at all the places you like. For example, at the confluence of the rivers White and Black Aragvi. This view wouldn't leave you indifferent.
Спасибо.
Driving with Georgians is always fun. If you have enough time, spend a couple of hours in ski resort Gudauri. We didn't have such an opportunity, so our next stop was near the Russia-Georgia Friendship Monument, where the view is incredible. First we spent a lot of time near the monument and then we drove about 300 meters and stopped again. We were attracted by a company of Georgians who had a picnic. After we came closer, we understood why they chose this place. The view was breathtaking and there were no crowds of tourists as near the monument. A few kilometers from Kazbegi you can visit Snow Village. This is an authentic village with stunning scenery. And after snow we came directly to Kazbegi. We could also get to the Gergeti Trinity Church by car and return to Tbilisi, as many tourists do, but we decided to stay in Kazbegi for 3 days to walk in the mountains and relax. So the next morning, after an early breakfast, we started our way to the Gergeti Trinity Church on foot. We chose the shortest way up and the most difficult one as a result. There are places near the Gergeti Trinity Church where you can relax, enjoying the mountain scenery. You can also visit the church itself. After we had a rest, we decided that we would go even higher as much as we could. For this we walked along the plain, then the path went into the bushes, and soon we noticed familiar landscapes but from a new height. Here we met a guide who devoted us quite a lot of time. Walking about an hour and a half more, we reached the snow and then we decided to return to Kazbegi. The way down was much more difficult, and as a result we went down to Kazbegi at about 6 p.m. While staying in Kazbegi, if possible, you should go to the Darial Gorge towards the Russian border and visit the Gveleti Waterfall.
Тут, малыш, дорога. Просто жесть.
Hello.
Hello.
Ugorazak. Kojikza.
Hai mazia iki matagachi chupia. Iki me iki zgari chara udigara. Kimi no kelma pashi gashara.
Okay. Давай здесь остановимся, пойдем пешком.
Да, да.
You will have to leave the car down and climb the path to the waterfall. It's worth walking to the Gveleti Waterfall in comfortable shoes because in many places the path consists of sharp stones. The trip to the waterfall took us about 3 hours, and after our returning to Kazbegi the weather turned bad, which meant that apart from spending time at hotel we had nothing more to do. Rooms is probably the most well-known hotel in Georgia. And here is the road to the hotel. At first we thought that we were lost and there must be a good road somewhere, but no. Rooms is the only hotel in Kazbegi. It's really cozy here and the view of the Kazbek mountain is magnificent in any weather. The day till our departure from Kazbegi the weather didn't change. It was always raining, so we couldn't see anything else around Kazbegi. But maybe it's for the best and we will come back again.